Hello, Aries. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for January. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid. This could happen at any point in time. It could have already happened, is happening right now, or is about to happen. And this is also for any major Aries placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. So if this message does not resonate, check your other signs and placements. Also keep in mind these are energies in and around you. And so swap around the characters. Don't cram yourself in. Aries, stop procrastinating. That was the biggest energy that came through. Stop procrastinating. You know what you need to do. You know what you need to get to work on to get the results that you want. So stop procrastinating. I wrote that in all capital letters. I don't know what you've put off, but you can't keep putting it off. Stop procrastinating, Aries. I do feel there's something new coming in the works. But you got to take the necessary steps to make your dreams come true. Because if you don't do it, Aries, ain't nobody else going to do it for you. So I do feel... get ready. Overall, I think January is a month where you're being asked to stop procrastinating. I think it's time to make your life overall healthier, a better lifestyle, working on your, healing your mind, your body, your soul, maybe your finances. But stop procrastinating, because if you keep telling yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, tomorrow's never going to come. All you got is right now. Okay, Aries, this round we're doing things a little bit deeper. We're going to go into the dark mirror this month. We're closing out Pluto in Capricorn, right? So it's at that 29-degree mark. We've got the Sun conjunct Pluto later this week. So there's a lot of shadowy energies around the dark mirroring aspect. And so remember, everything in life is a mirror. So if somebody is triggering a shadow self in you, it's to show you a mirror of an unhealed part of yourself. So we're going to dig into what dark mirror energies are in and around you, Aries, and then we're going to go further into that dark mirror with the archetype surrounding those mirror images, and then we're going to jump in with the tarot. So let's see what needs to come through for you, Aries. Addicted? Are you addicted to a parasite? Are you addicted to an addict? We get the addicted energy with the parasite. So we get an 11 card with a 19. I just feel like, are you addicted to holding on to an ending? I do feel somebody here might have hurt you very, very deeply. It's kind of like a 10 of swords. So there could have been some betrayal here. But I just feel like there's a need to recognize maybe some emotional parasites or vampires around you, and to leave some type of addictive, trauma bonded cycle behind, perhaps. We are in the Aries North Node, and so all of us are learning the Aries Libra axis lessons. The Libra South Node is indecision, right? Chronic indecision. So many times Libra wants to find the balance and make things work, even in situations that aren't healthy. And so maybe a lesson in choosing yourself. Stop procrastinating, Aries. So let's see what dark mirror image needs to come through for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. So I say call in the storm with the black flower fragrance. There's some type of tower when it comes to a partnership, I feel. A union of some sort. And so this is the calling of the storm of all of these emotions. I feel somebody here who just feels like their whole heart has just been ripped wide open, and it's creating a lot of chaos and conflict in your life, Aries. It feels like a storm. It's like everything is crashing down, is kind of the dark mirror that I feel coming through. Wow. With the masquerade on the bottom of the deck, which is a 13. So we got a tower here. We got a death energy here. It's like your life is going through something very profound right now, Aries. Very profound. It's like the mask is coming off. Wow. And we get the atonement. So I feel maybe, maybe your pride took a hit recently. Downcast pride, judgment energy, and atonement. And so there's that 10 of swords again. I just feel this is like a spiritual purification. You're going through some type of rebirth. And sometimes our pride has to take a back seat. The ego takes a back seat to go through this transformative journey. But I do feel an overall shift in beliefs here. So it's like something here was false. Something here was a show. Somebody was wearing a mask, maybe both of you. This is like a lesson in like authenticity. I feel like you've been ripped wide open. And like you've asked for this change. You've prayed for this change. So let's go a little bit further and see what archetypes are connected to this dark mirror. Wow, martyr and trickster. That screams to me a trauma bond here. It's like maybe you were addicted to being in a state of martyrdom, self-pity, right? The martyr self-sacrifices, right? The martyr is like, no, I'm going to just sacrifice everything about myself to give everything I have to another person who is likely manipulating me, right? So maybe you gave it your all to a trickster. It's kind of like the magician reverse. So you could have been dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo. I feel Pisces energy here, Aries, but I feel you're transcending a very toxic cycle of addictions, or maybe like addictions to, you know, needing to be wanted. But I do feel this is about choosing yourself. Transcendence is the energy coming through for you, Aries. So I do feel like taking steps to make your life better for sure. So you've called in a storm to clear the path. So I feel like a zeroing out, like a Genesis, so rock bottom. You might have recently lost everything. But I do feel like a complete, total like renewal here. Let's see what the archetypes are for you, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. We get the Prince with the Rescuer and the Destroyer. If that doesn't scream Tower, I don't know what does, Aries. And so I do feel intoxication. There was some type of addictions here that brought a lot of destruction on your path. So I do feel whether you were dealing with an addict that kind of destroyed your dreams and put your potential on the back seat for a while, or you had to, you know, go into some self-destructive behaviors of maybe alcoholism or drug addiction. But I feel like whatever destruction is coming forward in this storm is preparing you for a brand new life. So I feel like an explosion. It's like everything kind of just poof, exploded, right? It's like boom, and you can't go back to that, right? Because it's kind of like ashes, and you got to kind of rise like the phoenix. And then we get the Prince with the Rescuer, and then we get the Don Juan. And so I just feel like a romantic delusion here. I just feel maybe like you've been praying for somebody to come and rescue you, for somebody to reciprocate. And I just feel this is keeping you in a state of neediness. I feel like an underlying neediness. And so I feel the angels are kind of saying, hey, I'm giving you the strength that you need to kind of save yourself. I feel you've been going through some type of crisis. And I do feel this is where you learn how to love yourself through a state of crisis. I feel, you know, you had somebody here that had their own agenda behind the scenes. There could have been like a Don Juan charmer here that maybe, you know, had you under a spell. This is like a lustful temptation here, like a love bomber, like a narcissistic energy that just comes in with a lot of charm for their own selfish gains or for their own selfish private agendas. And, you know, and they seduce you, right? They seduce you and they make you feel like they're here to rescue you, but really they pull you down under with them. And so I do feel you've been going through some type of disillusionment. But I feel this is activating maybe some mystic healing qualities within yourself. I feel you have the power to become an alchemist, Aries, out of this dark, shadowy mirror of showing you where you've been a slave, I think, where you've been foolish within a situation, right? And so I do feel like maybe in the past you didn't trust your intuition when it comes to somebody's motives. And this was a lesson in, you know, understanding misuse of power. I do feel this is activating a new spiritual practice for you. I think you learned a lesson in no longer giving away your external authority over somebody. Maybe you chased this person all around hoping that they were going to be the end all be all and your savior. But I feel now you're ready to make a choice and trust the divine, that you need to surrender something that I feel just brought you some wisdom. I think it's time to admit that you're ready for a new beginning and to release any foolishness surrounding, you know, where you've maybe denied something. I just think like you're worried about hypocrisy. But let's pull in with some tarot, Aries, and see what other energies need to come through for you. Look at that. Page of Wands, 8 of Cups. So it's like walking away is bringing you a new beginning here. Maybe this lesson is going to be your new creative drive, right? To give you the spark that you need to create something new in your life. So it's like, you need to move on from something. There's more to life than that situation, right? Of like a running, chasing dynamic of expecting something to love you back when you give all to somebody and they don't give it back. And then you hold on so tight, hoping that they will reciprocate. It really creates a masquerade, right? It really creates a false sense of security. And so I feel you're walking the spiritual journey. Allow this ending to spark a new passion or a new creativity in you when it comes to maybe going back and finishing something that you started a long time ago. Maybe this person held you back from doing something that you really wanted to do. I just feel like a new, fresh energy after calling in a storm to close out something false. Let's see what else needs to come through for you, Aries. Yeah, look at that. Holy cow. Aries, we get the Lovers. Gemini energy, we get the Release with the Empress reversed. And on the bottom of the deck, we get the King of Coins reversed with the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I think you gave it your all to somebody that really didn't give you much of anything. I don't even think they brought forward financial security. I think you self-sacrificed here in a connection for somebody that didn't have a pot to piss in, Aries. Like, come on, Aries. We can love people from a distance and not let them take us and suck us dry. I think a lesson in overgiving. For sure, I do feel there's been a lot of challenges, delays, disillusionment, uncertainty about planning for the future because we've been so focused on the negative and the loss. Now it's time to move on towards truth. Oh, towards truth and a brand new beginning here. So I do feel like it's time to embrace new friendships. I think you want reciprocation. So how can you make a decision from the heart and choose yourself? Because the archangels will bring you what is meant for you, because what you are seeking is also seeking you. But this ain't it. I think you need to stare this in the face where you overgave, or maybe you thought this was going to bring you a lot of accomplishment. Maybe this person had a job, but did they actually contribute? You're dealing with somebody that really didn't contribute anything, held all the cards, maybe held all the money. And I feel you releasing an old mindset about yourself. Look at this. You're releasing something. You're releasing this, right? So there is a major ending here, and I feel an ending on how you view yourself. The Empress in reverse doesn't know her worth and her value, but I see you transforming that. So no, maybe it's not time to take action. Maybe it's time to just plan for the long term and to, think about what it is you want to call into your life and to plant those seeds. You get to decide what's next in your life. You can keep focusing on the negative, Aries, and what didn't work out, or, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or you can understand the lesson, find the blessing, and go towards victory and success and maybe a new idea that will spark a new creative endeavor, maybe from a very tough lesson. But I do feel like you're spiritually transforming your life. And I do feel maybe the love you had for this person skewed your personal judgment. And it really left you in a place of needing to recover from this person. Maybe this person put you in a state of mental illness or poor health from the stress and the gaslighting. I feel gaslighting energy here. And so I do feel like when we don't know our worth or our value, it's really easy to be taken advantage of and manipulated, right? And so I do feel you got a new beginning here. I think you need to get honest with yourself about something that needs to close out. And I do think this is triggering a core wound from childhood. You're thinking nothing's ever going to work out. When is it going to be my turn? Well, I think there's going to be victory after sorrow when you walk away and you step into your worth and your value, and you've avoided this transformation up until now. I feel you're releasing a long-standing burden that maybe has plagued generations within your family, stemming around addictions and, creating a sense of lack and stifled reward. It's like, I do feel get ready for rapid changes, because I do feel you're releasing something that I feel has plagued you for a very long time. I do feel maybe you've been distracted, but it's time for you to stop over romanticizing about a connection, to do some deep inner child healing, and to, you know, boss up. I feel a bossing up here. You got what it takes to make your life beautiful. You've got a golden opportunity here to, you know, restore a sense of groundedness within a home life. And I feel a brand new beginning. Luck is on your side, but you're going to have to take a sensible approach. So let's get you one last message from the universe. A love note from the universe, Aries. What do we got? Love is never in vain. So, you know, love is not lost, right? We have certain people come into our lives for a reason. And, you know, some make us laugh, some make us cry. Some are permanent, some are temporary. Just be happy that you learned what you did from this relationship, right? And so love is never, ever in vain, Aries. Love is never in vain. Okay. It's not as if you need anyone anyways. You're good, Aries, right? It's not as if you need anyone anyways. And earlier disappointments were just a rehearsal for the better things to come, right? And so all endings lead you to a new beginning. So no regrets. Release any regrets, Aries, about this situation. I think, you know it's time to move on from this person. Maybe you tried to keep them in your life and be friends, but I don't think that's going to work. But it made you more of who you are. So you might not know everything right now, but you will, okay? And maybe this is a lesson in choosing people that choose you back. And that's what I got for you, Aries. So if you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, I do encourage you to check the description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thanks.